A huge thank you to these people right here who help support the channel and make all of this possible each and every day. We could not do this without your generous support. So if you want to help out, click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube, or you can donate directly via PayPal. Groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. It's GROFFshow@gmail.com for PayPal. This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Tuesday, the 7th of January. I'm Michael Groff. The weather pattern here across the Southwest, it is a changing. Finally, we're going to see those clouds rolling in today. The winds will be picking up. And yes, there's even a chance we could see some rain around here. And that's a pretty big deal because it's been 138 consecutive days since we last saw measurable rain in Phoenix. And look, this is not going to be a drought buster type of rain. It's probably not going to be much in the way of meaningful, but even if it's measurable at all, that will break the streak. I guess that counts for something. Now, in addition to all of that, the big story here, along with the wind, will be the much cooler temperatures. In fact, we could see freezing or even sub-freezing low temperatures later this week here in Phoenix. We'll outline that and everything else going on too as we dive on in and discuss. First, the almanac from yesterday, 72 degrees the afternoon high, 45 the morning low, 66 and 45 are the averages for this time of year. How about 17 degrees for a record low? How about we will never see that, at least not in my lifetime here in Phoenix. All right, as we look outside right now, just after 8 o'clock, we've got some clouds around right now, and we're sitting at 48 degrees at Sky Harbor. Dew point's 19, humidity 32%. The winds are light, the barometer is steady. Satellite picture out here across the west, and it doesn't look like much, but our weather maker is just sitting off to the north of us now, dropping southward. That's spinning the clouds there. Yeah, there's not a lot of moisture with that feature. It's relying on its dynamics to generate any precipitation, and there will be enough for at least some widely scattered rain and snow showers over parts of the state later this afternoon and tonight. But the big story is because we have high pressure to the north and west of us and this deepening low that's right next to it, that pressure gradient tightens up dramatically and we see the wind. And we'll talk about that threat here right now. In fact, as we look at the watch warning map, high wind warnings to the north and west of us over the Las Vegas Valley, the Mojave Desert, Colorado River Valley, up around the Hoover Dam. It's going to be windy, very windy. In fact, there's even a chance that we could see wind gusts exceeding 60 miles per hour. Places like Bullhead City, Laughlin, again up toward Boulder City. Las Vegas could easily see wind gusts to 50 miles per hour. And again, an outside shot at 60 mile per hour wind gusts there. Even Kingman and our friend Steve up there in Willow Creek, going to be pretty windy, especially later this afternoon and tonight. So be aware of that. And those winds across Southern California as well. Now, for us here in Southern Arizona, we do not have an advisory as of now, but we could see wind gusts as high as 35 to 40 miles per hour in Phoenix, at least briefly, with sustained winds anywhere from 15 to 25 tonight as that system sags south across the area. Elsewhere, that big weather maker, that big storm system that produced all of that snow from Kansas and Missouri eastward to the middle Atlantic coast and the freezing rain as well. Luckily, that's moving on out. Now, the convective outlook for today, much of the nation's in that cool, stable air, so we don't have to worry about any sort of severe weather potential. In fact, not even so much as a rumble of thunder to be heard anywhere over the lower 48. Here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Tuesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, not much, but maybe enough to measure, maybe enough to break that dry streak. Elsewhere, not exactly a robust amount of precipitation either, but the heaviest totals will be found across the rim country, maybe from Flagstaff down to Sedona, and then parts of the White Mountains and southeast Arizona. That's where you'll find the most precipitation. And again, at that, maybe 1/10 of an inch or so liquid equivalent precipitation, because some of that will come down in the form of snow. All right, what's going on with this weather pattern in more detail? Let's figure it out. Let's try to flesh out how much precipitation we might actually get here as we take a look at the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go. The GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. There's that trough closing off into an upper low as it dives south here. And again, you notice that big ridge just to the north and west of us. Height differential over a few hundred miles around 20, 25 decameters. And that means that's a tight pressure gradient. It's going to get windy. And you can see that here on the surface chart too. Look at that 1038 millibar high that's sitting up there over the Lost River Valley of Idaho. So, that is a very cold air that's down at the surface, and that's getting pulled south by this feature as well. So, yeah, it's going to cool off around here too. So, for the rest of the day today, we'll see an increase in clouds. We'll start to see some breezes pick up, especially north and west of us for sure, this afternoon. And as those clouds roll in, we'll even see a few showers start to develop by this afternoon. We'll put a 10% chance of rain in the forecast for later this afternoon. High temperatures will be down a bit with that cool air advection beginning. I'd say highs probably anywhere from 66 to 70 here in Phoenix today. Now, as for those aforementioned rain chances, let's see what the high-resolution guidance has to say about that. This is our 3-kilometer NAM, the composite radar, composite reflectivity, the simulated radar product. Again, look, the radar may not look exactly as it's displayed here, but something like this. This is this afternoon or this evening at 6 o'clock, and it's got a few showers, these little bands of showers that are coming through. And so we could see some very light precipitation with this as this happens. And then as we continue, this is going out toward 11 p.m. this evening, and again, a few showers around, kind of rotating around this low as it drops southward, kind of from west to east or southeast to northwest. The individual bands kind of will be moving east to west or northeast to southwest, but whatever. And it's going to be breezy to windy at times. And again, right around these showers, you could see some locally higher wind gusts as well. We don't anticipate any thunder with this, but still, the showers, that should help to, with that cool air being pulled down to the surface, that should help to create a little extra wind as well. Now, that's the 3-kilometer NAM. Let's take a look at the HRRR. And this is at 6 o'clock. That does not look all that promising. Again, maybe a sprinkle or two. Not much if we see anything. And again, going later into the evening, this is 11 p.m. tonight. Again, off the HRRR, just a few sprinkles or spotty, very light showers around. So that's about all we're going to be able to hope for. If you're looking for rain totals, maybe just a couple hundredths of an inch. All right, so other than that, we'll put a 30% chance of rain in the forecast for tonight and a nod to this. And overnight lows will generally be in the mid-40s to about 50. It'll be windy, but it'll be warmer than it has been in recent nights because of the clouds and the precipitation chances and the wind holding the temperatures up. But then tomorrow, a chance of morning showers. Then we'll see showers decreasing through the afternoon. The clouds will start to roll out as this system continues to sag to the south and east, maybe a little slower than initially expected, so we could see the rain chances linger into the morning hours. High temperatures tomorrow, just low to mid-60s, and it'll be breezy at times, so it's going to feel chilly out there. So let's look at how much rain there could realistically be here from the SREF, the Short Range Ensemble Forecast. I believe there's 26 members in this ensemble, and the ensemble means about 0.02 of an inch, and there's quite a few members that show nothing at all. So, again, not even going to guarantee any precipitation out of this. About a 30% chance is about the best we can do for anything. All right, let's keep going. This is Thursday. We'll dry out, but of course, it's a mess for Texas and the southern plain states as that system continues to move eastward. We are dry, though. Sunny sky. We start the day out on Thursday, by the way, around 30 in the cold spots, or low 30s, and maybe near 40 for the urban core. So, again, if you have really frost-sensitive vegetation and you're in the traditionally cooler spots of the valley, North Scottsdale, Carefree, Cave Creek, Anthem, maybe up towards Surprise, you're out there in the cooler spots, Apache Junction, Queen Creek, out and just away from the valley, or you're up on Thompson Peak or whatever, wherever you may happen to be, you're in the McDowell Mountains, it's going to be a chilly night, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And that may not even be the coolest night of this forecast period, so keep that in mind. Now, for the rest of us, if you're in downtown Phoenix, I don't think you really have to worry about covering up your plants. I think you're fine. But elsewhere, might want to consider it. And then it's pretty much the same story for the rest of the week. We're going to see a series of weather systems that's going to pass by mainly to the north and east of us, clipping across the Four Corners region and keeping temperatures low. Well, lower anyway, around or below average. with highs anywhere from about 60 to 64 on Friday. Pretty much the same story on Saturday. And I actually think Friday night, Saturday morning with slightly drier air in here, we could see lows dip into the upper 20s in the coldest spots. But even the warm locations, the urban core, downtown Phoenix, probably dipping into the upper 30s. So again, if you have frost-sensitive plants, again, it might not be a bad idea to cover those up unless you're in the warmest spots of the valley. Same story on Sunday morning. And again, this weekend, high temperatures, low to mid-60s, and pretty much the same deal on Monday. Not much is going to change. Lows anywhere from about 29 to 39. High temperatures will be 60 to 65, which is just a couple of degrees shy of where they ought to be here in mid-January. All right, let's keep going. A week from today, Tuesday the 14th, we've got another positively tilted little wave that's coming down from the north. Overland, no real moisture with it, maybe some clouds, a little bit breezy for sure, and temperatures will continue to be at or just a shade below average. Here's Wednesday. This is the 15th. The GFS is starting to form a little closed low out here. But given this orientation, given the overall pattern, probably not going to produce much in terms of unsettled weather. There might be a sprinkler light shower if this is right. But again, temperatures will be at or maybe just slightly below average. Going out 10 days, this is Thursday the 16th. And the GFS shows this kind of just again, positively tilted short wave out here across the southwest for a continuation of near to perhaps slightly below average temperatures and generally dry conditions. But that's the GFS viewpoint. Let's take a look at the European AI model. I love this model. It's performed quite well. Let's see what it has to say. This is Wednesday the 15th. It's got a much more prominent upper low here over the southwest. And if that's right, we could see somewhat more unsettled weather here with at least a chance at rain and higher elevation snow. Again, not necessarily a robust, heavy rain event, but at least a decent chance for some fairly widespread precipitation. Light precipitation, but decent shot of precipitation. And temperatures would be on the cool side if that's right. Again, probably highs low 60s if the European AI model plays out as advertised. Then going out to Thursday the 16th, it's moving that low to the east. And again, this is not a heavy rain setup by any means. Nothing to get too excited about, but still at least a chance we could see some precipitation and temperatures remaining below average. All right, let's see what the ensembles have to say about all of this. This is the GFS ensemble. Precipitation for Phoenix. This goes out through the 21st of the month. And the mean here, it's well under a quarter of an inch. It's between 1 and 2/10 of an inch. And you got a fair number of members that show nothing at all. European ensemble is slightly more bullish. The ensemble mean is topping out just above a quarter of an inch, with just about all of that actually occurring out beyond 10 days and favoring a more unsettled pattern, again, out there by about the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th of January. Will that happen? Again, that's out there in fantasy land, but the ensemble data suggests maybe a more unsettled pattern out at and beyond 10 days. All right, temperatures off the national blend of models. We're going to keep it at or below average on a lot of days here for the rest of the week and heading into the weekend. Then maybe warming up next week, but that remains to be seen. Let's check out the Climate Prediction Center's take on all of this. This is their 8 to 14 day outlook. This encompasses January 14th through the 20th. This is the temperature outlook, and if this is accurate, temperatures around here are skewed slightly toward below average probability. So that's good. We like below average temperatures, and precipitation is shown to be probably near normal for us here in Phoenix. Near to maybe slightly above average, depending. Southeast and east central Arizona, again, the probability is just slightly tilted toward above average precipitation. All right. So that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. And should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, as mentioned, click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube, make those monetary contributions to us, or you can donate directly via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is that PayPal address. It is groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona. Talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her videos, her blogs, everything Michelle related, and of course, tangentially Adriana related. It's all linked up down in the description. As always, I like to acknowledge everyone who makes this channel and my life and everything all possible and helps out. And certainly Michelle, and yes, even Adriana, do that on a daily basis. And of course, all of you for watching, liking, subscribing, all of that. You guys help out as well. So it's a big effort, and I am grateful for everybody. All right. Also, I am grateful for those of you that check out our streaming station. It's available 24/7, 365. You know what it's called. It's KMGX. And what do we do there? We play a ton of music. We have a lot of fun with that. It is really the most chaotic mix of music you'll ever hear. I can pretty much guarantee that. What do we play over there? Stuff like this. So, again, check that out. Yeah, I can't play more than that. We get demonetized. And that doesn't help out. That does not support the channel. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, all of your continued support, immensely appreciated. Be safe. And you guys have yourselves a terrific rest of your Tuesday.